Hey everyone, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more stories like this. Here's the rewritten script. Miami got scrapped just for you, man. My brother chuckled from his plush first class seat. I'd shelled out $3,700 for the Airbnb. The next morning, my bank account was drained and mom left a voicemail, sharp and annoyed, quit the theatrics. This is serious. I fired off a snarky gif in response. Then I made a single phone call. When they got back, a sold sign was staked in the front yard. I'm Daniel Ortiz, 31, the eldest, the go-to fixer who stays in the shadows. I handle operations at a logistics startup. Basically, I keep boxes moving and team drama off Slack. I live in a modest apartment above a laundromat, sip diner coffee, and track everything in spreadsheets because numbers are honest, unlike people. I was the first in my family to earn a college degree. I also bought the house mom lives in. No applause, please. It wasn't out of heroism. It was because I've got decent credit and a weak spot for the woman who calls me Danito when she needs a favor and dramatic when I ask for basic respect. My younger brother, Evan, is 27, all charm and volume. He tosses around networking like it's his core trait. He's always been mom's golden child. She calls him a free spirit when he blows rent on sneakers. If I miss a Sunday call, she sighs like I've betrayed her. 3 things about me. I keep receipts in labeled folders. I once cleared a $9,800 credit card debt mom swore was a mistake, and I take thank you at face value. The Miami trip was meant to be a family do-over, beaches, meals, no arguments. I booked the Airbnb, swallowing the $3,700 cost like a dutiful eldest son, trusting there will pay you back after payday promises. I even made a Google Doc with activities to ensure everyone felt included. I pictured us sharing empanadas, laughing like we still knew how to care for each other. At the airport, gate D14, I stood with a neck pillow and naive hope. Then my phone lit up with Evan's name and a photo of him flashing a 2-finger peace sign. No greeting, just Miami's off for you, bro. He laughed, glasses clinking in the background with first-class chimes. We're bumping you. First class only fits 2. Mom says you'll get it. I went silent, hearing only the suitcase wheels of the woman beside me and the gate agent calling for Zone 1. I walked to the giant window where planes looked tiny and rational. What did you do, Evan? Chill, man. They had a last-minute upgrade deal at the counter. We grabbed it, but there's a standby list. Don't be bitter. You can catch a later flight. I paid for the Airbnb, I said, foolishly thinking logic mattered. He chuckled, quieter now. Yeah, and it's on your account, so you can check in whenever you land. Win-win. I imagine them, Evan smirking, Mom nodding, both brushing me off like a server they'd already tipped. My chest tightened, familiar and heavy. Put Mom on. She's busy with pre-boarding selfies, he said, voice smug and syrupy. Don't make a scene, Dan. You're always so intense. Be flexible for once. The final boarding call drowned him out. Then Mom's voice cut through, bright and irritated. Daniel, don't be dramatic. We're on the jet bridge. Did you pack sunscreen? You burn easily. Her tone treated me like a child. Her words made me the problem. Are you kidding me? Evan paid for a fancier flight, and I'm supposed to be fine with it? Evan seizes opportunities, she said. Why fight it? You're guilt-tripping us by staying behind. Her voice snapped so fast I could picture her eye roll. Catch a flight tomorrow. It's not a big deal. A gate agent waved. I heard it in her tone. Gotta go. Love you. Click. The call ended. The window reflected a stranger with a clenched jaw and a crumpled boarding pass. I watched their plane edge toward the runway and thought, of course they did. I set my phone down, picked it up, typed 3 furious texts to the family chat, and deleted them all. My hands trembled. I swallowed the anger as always. Behind me, a kid asked his dad if Miami has dolphins. The dad answered gently. The kid grinned like the world was simple. My phone pinged again, not a call, but a family chat notification. Evan's photo, first-class champagne, a blurry selfie with Mom. Caption, manifesting abundance. Daniel, grab us Cuban coffee tomorrow. I shut my eyes. Rage burned in my throat. I wanted to scream. Instead, I opened my notes app and typed, "Remember this moment." I didn't know it then, but that was when the tide turned, not when they boarded, not when they posted, but there, with my budget carry-on and a stomach full of silent fury. I was ready to unravel the knot I'd been tied into. To understand why this wasn't just about a flight, you need to see the tally I'd been keeping. Growing up, money was a whisper in our home. Enough if I worked weekends while Evan's hobbies fueled Mom's pride. I bought my own cleats in ninth grade. Evan got a drum kit for creativity. When I asked about fairness, Mom said, "Don't make it about money." In college, I survived on midnight peanut butter and stretched rice 6 ways. Evan visited twice a semester, leaving with my hoodie and grocery money. Mom said he's just a kid. He was 20, I was 22. Adulthood was apparently negotiable. After I graduated, Dad left, one suitcase, a Facebook post, new chapter. His text to me, "Take care of your mother." No money, no plan, just words. Bills piled up, late fees spreading like weeds. The house, yellow on willow with a peeling porch, was in Mom's name, but the mortgage rate was a cruel punchline. She called me sobbing, foreclosure, choking out between tears. I was 24, fresh in a job, more optimism than wisdom. I moved back for a year, built spreadsheets, called lenders, learned that acting calm is most of being an adult. A broker said refinancing was possible with a cosigner who had better credit. I signed. The pen felt like a needle. We saved the house. Mom hugged me, said, "You're my rock." It felt like love, but it was another heavy sentence. After that, I became the go-to for everything. "Daniel, the fridge broke." "Daniel, the car needs tires." "Daniel, the dentist wants crowns." Receipt after receipt after receipt. I wasn't rich, I just managed. I said yes, believing the fairy tale that keeping a roof over us would make us secure, maybe even kind. Evan called me Bank of Big Bro, laughing, showing up in new kicks, slapping my shoulder. "I'll pay you back when my app takes off." The app never existed. Excuses did. When I tried setting limits, Mom cried, "You can't punish your family for not being as fortunate." She meant Evan, the talented one, finding himself. He'd borrow my debit card for groceries and return it with a 2 a.m. Uber charge. There were quiet stings, like the Christmas when Mom gifted me a sweater from Evan and whispered. I paid, but he chose the color. Or my birthday when Evan toasted my responsibility to a fault, and everyone laughed like it was endearing. I dated Lena for 2 years. She left me on a Tuesday by a sink of meal prep containers. "I love you," she said, "but I'm not building a life with a board of directors." She'd met my family, knew the rule. Mom calls, dinner pauses, Evan texts, I transfer. I told myself she was overreacting, then sat in my car staring at the wheel for an hour, knowing she wasn't. The house got retitled during a refinance. My name landed first on the deed, just for the rate, the broker said. "We'll fix it later." We didn't. I paid property taxes to avoid angry letters, fixed the porch when rot set in, changed the locks when Dad tried moving back in. Mom raged for 2 weeks. "That's your father." She didn't say, "That's my mortgage." By the time Miami rolled around, my ability to say no was gone. Mom wanted a proper vacation. Evan wanted Instagram fodder. I wanted proof we could be a normal family. "We'll split it," I said. "Send your share by the 1st. "Absolutely," Mom said. "I've got you, bro," Evan said. On the 1st, I got nothing. On the 2nd, I sent a reminder. Mom blamed payroll issues. Evan sent a fire emoji. On the 3rd, I paid the full $3,700 to avoid a 50% cancellation fee, like tossing coins into a fountain, hoping for a family. The week before the trip, Evan asked to borrow my car to hold a rental. "They need a real credit line," he said, eyes wide with fake innocence. "You know my limit's low." "No way," I said, my voice surprising us both. He sulked. "You're being weird." Mom texted, "Stop picking on your brother." So when they upgraded their seats and left me at the gate, it wasn't a shock. It was the sum of a long equation where I was always the leftover. I sat at D14, staring at the departures board, people and suitcases swirling around me. A decision stirred, like a breeze through a shut window. Then a small moment hit hard. A little girl asked her mom, "Do I have a seat?" The mom knelt and said, "Of course, you always do." I wanted that certainty more than Miami. I wanted a life where I wasn't on standby in my own family. I didn't call them. I went home, slept poorly, woke to sunlight and something sharper, resolve. I brewed coffee, checked my banking app to ensure utilities would clear. That's when I saw it. My account was gutted. Charges stacked up. $468.92 at Luxury Wheels LLC. $319.50 at Oceanside Cabana Rentals. $22.18 for 2 MIA VIP lounge passes. Then a new one hit. $1,080 for a Sky Bar table minimum. My chest froze. The card was my backup debit linked to Apple Pay, the one Evan accidentally added once for a ride. I thought I'd removed it. I hadn't, or he'd re-added it. My money was their party. My phone rang, Mom. I ignored it. Then an unknown number. Evan, Mom again. Voicemail chimed. I played Mom's message on speaker, staring at the vanishing numbers. "Daniel, stop being dramatic. This is urgent," she snapped, sweetness gone. "The bank flagged your card, and we can't pay the boat deposit. Approve it now. Don't ruin this trip because you're sulking." Another voicemail, Evan, laughing. "Bro, relax. We used your card because your limit's clean. It's just holds. I'll PayPal you later. Don't hate." I didn't explode. Something stilled, like a theater before the curtain rises. I opened the family chat. Evan had posted a boomerang of champagne bubbles. Mom typed blessed with hearts from Tia Lily and a sun emoji from some rando. I sent a gif of a sloth slow clapping, savoring 10 seconds of petty victory. Then I did what I should have done years ago. I called a realtor. "Hi, I own a single-family home on Willow Street," I said, the words feeling foreign and true. "I want to list it today." A pause, then a warm, commission-hungry voice. "We can have a photographer by 3, a sign by 5. Sure about the price?" "I'm sure about selling," I said. "Other decision makers?" "Just me." The day blurred. Signatures, emails, DocuSign pings. The realtor sent comps. I chose a fair, not generous price. I sent her the title packet, tax receipts, last appraisal, pulled spare keys from my battery drawer. I texted Mr. Patel, our neighbor, "People at the house today. Don't worry." He replied with a thumbs up and about time, which I took as encouragement. At noon, I called the bank's fraud line. "Remove a device from my digital wallet and block all Miami authorizations." The rep said, "We've got you." They reversed pending charges, froze the card, rushed a new one. I changed passwords, moved utilities to my personal email, shifted the mortgage auto draft to a solo account. By 2, the realtor sent a photo of a white signpost in the patchy grass, no red for sale, rider yet, swinging like a quiet promise. At 3, 2 men in polos and a woman with a clipboard arrived. The photographer asked, "Can you open the blinds?" I moved through rooms smelling of lemon cleaner and old fights. Mom's trinkets gleamed. Evan's 3 pairs of shoes sprawled under the hall bench. I packed a box of my things, not to be cruel, but to stop leaving bits of myself for others to lose. By 5, the for sale sign faced the street. By 6, the listing was live, with 2 showings booked for morning. The market was hot, my anger burned hotter. At 7:12 p.m., Mom's 3rd voicemail. "Daniel, why is the internet asking for a new login? We're trying to stream the sunset. Fix it." Then, faintly, "Evan, stop laughing and get me a drink." I stared at my phone until my eyes stung, then set it face down and sat in the dark, AC humming like a cheer. At 9:03, the realtor texted, "Full price cash offer. 14-day close. Buyer wants quick reply." I signed, finger trembling, heart steady. It wasn't vengeance, not quite. It was me stepping out of a cage I'd built with good intentions and weak boundaries. It felt like standing in a packed plane and finally breathing. Morning came, unchanged yet entirely new. I made eggs, fed the neighbor's cat through the fence as she yowled at 8:15. I checked my email, offer accepted. Next steps. The escrow timeline was a ladder to climb free. At 10:22 a.m., my phone erupted. Mom, why is there a sign in the yard? Evan, a selfie. Mouth agape, pointing at the lawn. Caption, is this a joke? Then Mom's voicemail. I played it, setting the phone like it might bite. Daniel, pick up right now. This is insane. People are slowing down, staring. The neighbors see it. Do you know how humiliating this is? Take that sign down. Our. There. Mine. I typed. House under contract. Closes in 14 days. Start packing. She called. I answered. What's wrong with you? She screamed. You don't sell a family home without asking the family. You don't rob a family member without asking, I said, voice even. You used my card again. Don't be dramatic, she snapped. We pay you back. When? After the boat? After the VIP table? Silence. Then the syrupy shift. Honey, you know I'm bad with systems. Evan said it was just a hold. You're overreacting. Evan's voice burst in. Bro, you're making us look dumb in front of the neighbors. You did that, I said, when you posted your first-class video while the guy who paid for the house sat at the gate. Mom gasped like I'd sworn in church. How dare you throw money in our faces? You know Evan works hard. At what? I asked. Angles. You're cruel, she hissed. You act generous, but you love control. Selling the house, who does that? Where will I live? We'll figure it out like adults, I said. I've booked movers for next Friday. Storage units covered for 90 days. After that, you and Evan pick a rental within the budget I'll help with for 6 months, or you're on your own. You're putting conditions on me, she spat. I'm your mother, and I'm your son, not your bank. She tried another angle. You want me homeless? No, I said steady. I want you to stop leaning on me while amplifying Evan. Evan jumped in louder. You're jealous. That's it. You hate that people like me. I laughed, not from joy, but to keep from crying. Evan, I don't care who likes you. I care that you treat me like a doormat with a credit line. Click. They hung up. Text flooded in, paragraphs, memes, threats, apologies, more threats. I muted the chat. 2 hours later, the realtor texted, open house at noon. I skipped it, took a walk. When I returned, shoe covers littered the porch, glossy flyers stacked on the console. Charming Willow Street bungalow. Updated systems. Newer roof. Updated systems? Me. Newer roof. Also me. Charming? If you mean held together by an exhausted eldest son. Neighbors stopped by, concerned. Mrs. Alvarez asked, is your mom okay? She'll be fine, I said, surprised I meant it. We all will. By 5 p.m., for backup offers rolled in, cars lined the street. By 6, Evan posted a story, smirking. House flippers are parasites. I didn't reply, just forwarded it to the realtor. Family member may disrupt showings. She noted it like it was a forecast. At 7:30, cousin Diego called, dodging family drama as usual. Your mom's blowing up my phone. You okay? I'm good, I said, startled by the truth. Respectfully, it's about time. She's been feeding off your kindness for years. He paused. Need a couch? I'm set, I said. Sunday, I changed the locks, not out of fear, but because boundaries need bolts. I left Mom a key in an envelope with a note, return by Friday. Coordinate with movers. New keypad code below. I taped it inside the storm door, out of her followers' sight. At noon, a bank alert. Someone tried adding my card to Evan's iPhone. I grinned darkly. Security blocked it. At 8 p.m., Dad called, first time in years. Hey, champ, he said, like it was 2016. Heard about the situation. Which one? I asked. Mom spending my rent at a Sky Bar, or me remembering the house is mine? He cleared his throat. Your mom's spirited, but selling's extreme. Abandoning your family was extreme, I said. This is math. Silence, then softly. Proud of you, weirdly. Should have done it sooner. I know. He sighed. If she calls me, I'll tell her to listen to you. She won't, I said, but I appreciated the crumb from a man who'd left the loaf. Monday was paperwork. Tuesday was movers cataloging Mom's heirlooms. They weren't. Wednesday, Evan filmed himself on the lawn, blindsided by greed. Comments split between his fans and those who could add. I ignored it, answering only texts about dates, keys, boxes. I said no often. It felt like learning my own language. Meanwhile, quiet winds crept in. My boss, Nora, called me into her office. You're sharper this week. I slept, I said. She nodded. I reviewed comps. You've been carrying extra weight unpaid. That changes now. She slid over a paper with fair numbers, respect in rows and columns. I swallowed hard. Lena texted. Heard about Miami from Diego. Not specifics, just that you chose yourself. Happy for you. It's overdue. I typed thanks, deleting I miss you or I'm better now. People aren't receipts. You can't resubmit for approval. Friday. Movers packed with bubble wrap precision. Mom arrived late, sunglasses like a shield. We'll talk when you stop being cruel, she said to the air. I'm done being convenient, I replied calm. Storage is paid through June. After that, it's on you. My friends say you're ungrateful, she shot back. After all I've done. Mom, I said gently, what you've done didn't mean I had to be less. Her face flickered, then hardened. Evan will handle me, she declared. I glanced at him, editing a video, a son's betrayal. The irony nearly choked me. Movers took the last box. The house echoed. I walked through, lights off, bidding farewell to walls and an old dream. At the door, I placed Mom's old key in her hand. Lock it behind you, I said. Keypad code expires at midnight. You're not welcome at Christmas, she spat. I'll be busy, I said. We stepped out. The lawn buzzed with late sun. The sold sign hung like a period on a harsh sentence. Mom tried her key. It didn't work. She rattled the knob, stubborn against steel, looking at me like I'd stolen something. Maybe I had myself. I drove to my laundromat apartment, now a castle because its messes were mine. A moral? I used to think morals were stories others told to make themselves shine. Now I see a moral as a boundary that learned to speak clearly. Mine is this. I'm not a wallet, a spare key, or a seat you can bump. I'm a person. Mom is still Mom. Evan is still Evan. Those truths don't make me their resource. Love without boundaries isn't love.